each of the candidates 1 minute to open up, but then there'll be 3 questions, each with 2-minute responses, and then they'll have 2 minutes to sum up their thoughts. All right. 1 minute, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Dan Powell. I am a native of Somerset County. For 24 of the 36 years that I've been living, I have lived in Somerset County. I reside on Allen Road with my wife, Christine. I'm currently an assistant state's attorney in Dorchester County. I have been an active duty Army officer for 3 years of my professional career. I also served in 2 years here in Crisfield in the 1229th Transportation Company. My service in the Army I'm very proud of. I won 2 Army Commendation Medals, 1 Army Achievement Medal, and I also won the United Nations Medal for my 6 months of deployment to the Republic of Haiti. In my career as an attorney, I have been an attorney for 9.5 years now. 6 of those years I have been a state's attorney in Baltimore County, here in Somerset County, and as I said earlier, currently in Dorchester County. 2 years I was your county administrator. During that time, I'm very proud to say, as has been said earlier this evening, that the property tax rate did drop 4 cents in the 2 years that I was there. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Christy Hickman, and I proudly serve as the state's attorney for Somerset County. And I'm asking that you re-elect me as your state's attorney so that I can continue to ensure that Somerset County remains a safe place to live, work, raise a family, and retire. When I graduated from William & Mary Law School, I began a clerkship with Judge Long here in the Circuit Court of Somerset County. But I knew I wanted to be a prosecutor, so I immediately began asking Logan Whittison for a job. And in January of 1996, he hired me as an assistant state's attorney, and I've been successfully prosecuting cases in this county ever since. Being a prosecutor is who I am, and over the last 15 years, I've earned a reputation for being a very tough prosecutor, but also for being a reputation for being a fair and honest prosecutor. And I will continue to do so, and I will continue to fight for the victims of crime in this county. And I thank you for having me here tonight, and I'm asking for your vote.
Ms. Hickman, you have the mic. Ms. Hickman, what experiences do you have for this position, and why are you the best qualified?
Well, I'm the best qualified for this position of state's attorney because of my experience, my effectiveness, and my commitment. Over the last 15 years, I have successfully prosecuted thousands of criminal cases in this county, from traffic offenses to thefts to drug cases to burglaries, robberies, assaults, batteries, sex offenses, child abuse cases, and 14 murder cases. And I win most of my cases because I know what it takes to prove a case, and I'm willing to put in the work that it takes to get a case prepared for trial, and I'm willing to fight hard when I'm in court to win a trial, and I will continue to do so. But I also am a very proactive state's attorney. I think it's very important to get out into the community, to meet with the other community groups and faith-based organizations to determine what the problems are in the community that are causing some of the crime issues, and to help solve those issues to prevent the crime in the county. And I've done that by starting numerous initiatives to help prevent crime, including our community prosecutor position, our gang prosecutor position, and our victim witness advocate. And I've also been very active in some of the other community groups and getting out into the community, like for the sex offender registries, to make sure that the community members and the parents know about the sex offender registry, how to access it, and know where our sex offenders are. Because as a parent myself, I'm extremely concerned about keeping our children safe. So I think that my experience and my proactiveness and my proven commitment to trying and winning cases is why I'm the best person for state's attorney for Somerset County.
Thank you very much. Same question. What experiences do you have for this position, and why are you the best qualified?
Well, experiences overall. Not only experience as a prosecutor, not only experience as a defense attorney, but is also experience as a leader, both here in this county as your county administrator, and also as a U.S. Army officer. My professional career started at 17 years of age when I entered West Point and continues to this day. For 17 of 19 years of my career, I've been a public servant. A leader, the state's attorney is a leader. It's a leader of the office, it's a leader of a community. I am not just a good prosecutor, I have handled thousands of cases also. When I was in Baltimore County, I handled a very high caseload as a prosecutor in Baltimore County. I continue to this day to handle a very high caseload in Dorchester County. I serve in all 3 courts. In fact, this morning I was in the circuit court. This afternoon I ended up at drug court in district court. Tomorrow I will be in district court. On Thursday I will be in juvenile court. The state's attorney has to be hands-on in all 3 courts to be an effective leader. My experience in the Army, I managed $68 million of equipment and 120 men. My experience here as county administrator, I was in charge of personnel of 200 county employees and a $45 million budget. I know how to manage not only your tax-paying money, and I also know how to handle personnel. As far as my experience, I have tried a murder trial in Baltimore County with one of my bosses who's now a circuit court judge in Baltimore County. I handle auto manslaughter cases in Dorchester County, and I'm very proud to say that I have that experience, as well as very serious felony trial experience, not only in bench trials, but I've tried hundreds of cases in bench trials and jury trials. I'm very proud of my defense experience because I feel that makes me more effective. I can see curveballs coming. Thanks.
Okay. You can keep the mic. Describe your relationship with law enforcement and victims of crime.
I believe, based upon a couple of the letters to the editor you've seen this week, I have a very good relationship with victims of crime. I myself was a victim of crime in this county 23 years ago. This is why I want to be your state's attorney. I can't tell you how much Logan Whittison and Eddie Whittison meant to me as a young man when that experience happened. As far as law enforcement goes, I've worked with many of you that are in this room tonight. I work with the task force in state police in Dorchester County. I've worked with the task force here. I've worked with the Crisfield Police Department. I've worked with the Princess Anne Police Department. I've worked with the UMES Police Department. My door is always open. It has been for my entire professional career. I am very approachable. I think if you ask any officer in this community, they will tell you Dan Powell is a guy that you can come in, have a cup of coffee with, and talk your case over, and he takes your case very serious. And I'm proud of that not only from the public's perspective, but also from law enforcement's perspective. That's one thing I take great pride in. As a prosecutor, you're never going to be able to satisfy everyone. You're not going to be able to do everything that everybody wants you to do. But if the public feels that you have listened to them and you have heard them out and you are fair about your decision, that's what makes the difference.
Same question. Describe your relationship with law enforcement and victims of crime.
Well, over the last 15 years, I've of course worked very closely with all 5 law enforcement offices, agencies in this county, and the entire state's attorney's office have a great working relationship with all of the law enforcement agencies in this county. All police officers in this county have my home phone number, they have my cell phone number, and I'm available to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You won't find a law enforcement officer in this county that says they can't contact me and that I'm not available to answer questions and help them. In fact, this weekend had 3 calls during the middle of the night for different cases that were coming in. My door is always open. And with regards to victims and victims' rights, my relationship with victims is very strong because it is my feeling as a state's attorney that I am the voice for the victims. The criminal justice system is set up for defendants. They have all the rights, so it's very important as a state's attorney to be the victim's voice. And then to ensure that happens in all the cases that come out of my office, I instituted the victim witness coordinator position in our office. And there's someone in our office whose sole job is to ensure that from the very beginning of a case and to the very end, that the victims and all of their needs are met. The system can be a very scary place for victims, and so they need to be educated about the system, how things are going to occur, what's going to occur as the case is proceeding through the system, and how that is going to occur. And I'm very hands-on with the victim. I meet with the victims in the very beginning, and I continue to meet with the victims at every stage. But I'm in court a lot, so I have someone in my office who's designated to be there at any time to help the victims with anything they need and ensure that they get the resources that they need as they go through the system and that they understand the system. So I have a very good relationship with the law enforcement agencies, and I'm a very strong advocate for victims' rights.
Thank you very much.